So this is a 2016 BMW 330e. It's done about 92,000 miles. Let me check. Can't tell it's charging. 92,000 miles roughly, and I checked my journey this morning, and going to work I got about 17 miles out of the full battery. So I've given it a bit of an hoover out, took all the floor out and the plastic padding, and it's ready to go. So I'll take some screws out and come back. So if you can see, it's up to 7 miles charge now. I'm going to stop it. So the mileage is 92,000 miles and there's 47% charge now. I'm going to take the lid off. Just one extra earth bolt there, I have to take off first, so I'll stop it a minute. So it is a bit tricky getting past the sides if you don't take the sides of the brute linings out, and there's some cable management which stops being lifted off. I'm going to try and get them out. Here's the battery pack. This is what it looks like inside with the 5 batteries. You can see the connectors. It tells you the negative and the positive and the number for each battery pack. They have 16 cells in each battery pack. So I just wanted to measure the volts of one of the cells. I've got my multimeter shoved in the terminals there. I've got 60.4 volts at 47% charge with my cheap meter. So I managed to get the lid off now. Sorry, got a bit of sunlight there. I've put it back on charging a bit. So you might ask yourself, why am I messing about with this if the car's working? Well, I managed to get a battery pack from a newer car that has 6 batteries in them, but the amp hour rating of these new batteries are slightly higher, so I thought I'd try swapping them and see what happens. So I'll let you know how we get on. So unfortunately this is the connector to the BMS on the end of the battery. You can see that starts at 1 on the top row, goes to 13 and goes from 14 to 26. There's a 26 pin connector that connects in there. This is number 1 battery, and that's the BMS. It's sensing the voltage of each cell, and it's got some temperature sensors in there as well. This is the connector that goes to the main control unit BMS. I'm hoping that one's the same. This is the older cells, and that has a 32 pin connector. So without chopping connectors off and rejoining wires, makes it into a bigger job. And that's the connector on the older type, the BMS on the end of the battery. So that's the newer type. Just focus. Right, so it's reading 16 miles of charge now. I'm going to stop it by opening the doors. And take the plug out. Let's see what it's saying now. So it's saying 92%. We'll go and measure what the voltage says. So it's at 95% and the battery's reading 65 volts, not the cell like I said before, the battery. And there's 16 cells in each battery. So I've just plugged it back into charge again, and the percentage actually dropped from 95 to 91%. It's probably just the as a result of stop charging the battery and it dropping a bit. Okay, so the car's just told me it's finished charging. I'm getting a reading of 66.3 now. So I've just measured all the battery packs and they're all reading exactly 66.3, which if you divide it by 16 cells you get 4.14375, which is just below 4.2. I think that's so the batteries last longer. I'll run the car down to 0 or probably 10% and take another reading. And by the way, if you want to know how to measure the battery that's underneath this one, I used this cable connector and this cable. You follow it round to there, and them two cables go to the battery underneath, so that's how you measure the bottom one.